Hello and welcome to Your World This Week, the weekly roundup for all the top news stories of the week. The top news stories this week are:
the global coronavirus caseload has topped 246 million, while the deaths have surged to more than 4.98 million, and vaccinations soared to over 6.94 billion, according to the Johns Hopkins University. Foreign travelers who are fully vaccinated against COVID-19 will be able to enter the US from November 8th, the White House said. Kevin Munoz, White House press secretary, said that this announcement applies to both international air travel and land travel. The United States on Friday authorized the Pfizer COVID vaccine for children aged 5 to 11, paving the way for 28 million young Americans to get immunized. The United States follows only a handful of other countries, including China, Chile, Cuba, and the United Arab Emirates, that are inoculating younger children with various vaccines. After a gap of 19 months, schools in India's national capital, New Delhi, will reopen from November 1st with 50% student strength. With the decline in COVID-19 cases, the Arvind Kejriwal-led AAP government has finally allowed schools and colleges to hold offline classes. Schools in the national capital reopened for classes 9 to 12 on September 1st after a prolonged closure due to the coronavirus pandemic. The Prime Minister of India arrived in Italy on Friday to participate in the two-day G20 summit. PM Modi will participate in the G20 opening session on global economy and global health. India is ready to produce over 5 billion COVID vaccine doses next year to help the world in the fight against the pandemic, PM Modi said at a G20 summit session on Saturday, and asserted that it was necessary that the WHO approves Indian vaccines at the earliest. During his visit, PM Modi on Saturday met Pope Francis in Vatican City as a part of his Rome visit for the G20 summit. This was PM Modi's first ever one-on-one meeting with Pope Francis. Following this, the Prime Minister will fly to Glasgow after the conclusion of G20 on October 31st to attend the 26th Conference of Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Aryan Khan, son of Bollywood megastar Shah Rukh Khan, on Saturday left Mumbai's Arthur jail after nearly 4 weeks in custody. The 23-year-old was granted bail on Thursday by the Bombay High Court in the drugs on cruise case, but spent 2 additional nights in jail as his bail papers missed the 5:30 p.m. deadline on Friday. The Bombay High Court has listed 14 conditions for his bail. Notably, Aryan Khan cannot leave Mumbai without informing the police and has to appear before the agency every Friday. The conditions include not leaving the country without permission, not indulging in similar activities, not communicating with other accused like his friend Arbaz Merchant, and not talking to the media. The anti-drugs agency NCV can request cancellation of bail if any of these conditions are violated. The much-awaited match between India and Pakistan concluded on a disappointing note for Indian fans after the team lost by 10 wickets in their first game of the T20 World Cup. Kannada power star Puneet Rajkumar, known for his films such as Appu, Veera Kannadiga and Maurya, died in a hospital following a massive heart attack. 46-year-old Puneet was known to be a fitness enthusiast and was rushed to Vikram Hospital after he complained of chest pain following a 2-hour workout in the gym. Doctors treating him said he died shortly after. Several dignitaries, including PM Modi, Chief Minister Bommai, Governor Gehlot, Prabhu Deva, paid their respect to the star. And here is the viral video of the week.
Listen up, people. I know a thing or two about extinction. And let me tell you, and you'd kind of think this would be obvious, going extinct is a bad thing. And driving yourselves extinct? In 70 million years, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. At least we had an asteroid. What's your excuse? You're headed for a climate disaster, and yet every year governments spend hundreds of billions of public funds on fossil fuel subsidies. Imagine if we had spent hundreds of billions per year subsidizing giant meteors. That's what you're doing right now. Think of all the other things you could do with that money. Around the world, people are living in poverty. Don't you think helping them would make more sense than, I don't know, Paying for the demise of your entire species? Let me be real for a second. You've got a huge opportunity right now. As you rebuild your economies and bounce back from this pandemic, this is humanity's big chance. So here's my wild idea. Don't choose extinction. Save your species before it's too late. It's time for you humans to stop making excuses and start making changes. Thank you.
Hope you liked this edition of Your World This Week. We will be back next week with yet another episode of Your World This Week. Have a good day.